All right, our good old friend SunnyV2. The time Tyler, the creator, obliterated DJ.
In 2019, DJ Khaled picked a fight with Tyler, the creator. It became the biggest mistake of Khaled's whole career. But before we talk about exactly what they said to each other, let's first briefly discuss why they began fighting in the first place. Tyler, the creator, had gained a reputation for dropping an album every 2 years, although none of them had ever debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200. Goblin debuted at number 5, Cherry Bomb debuted at number 4, Wolf debuted at number 3, while Flower Boy debuted at number 2. By following this trend, it seemed his next album could be the first to take home the number 1 placement, provided he could bypass the biggest rat in music, DJ Khaled. As hard as it might be to admit, Khaled was definitely more successful than Tyler in terms of commercial performance. By 2019, DJ Khaled already had 2 number 1 albums, while his most popular music video had almost 10 times the views in comparison to Tyler's most popular music video. With over 50 placements in the Billboard Hot 100, it's no surprise that Tyler himself described DJ Khaled by stating,
"Because his whole identity is being number 1. Is we the best, we the number 1."
Which is without a doubt the position that DJ Khaled was hoping for.
Nigga don't be doing nothing but shouting on
another
that
album for release at the same time as Tyler's next project. Titled Father of Assad, DJ Khaled's album was what you might call commercially perfect, with a feature from a massive artist on every single song. Jay-Z, Future, Beyonce, Chris Brown, Lil Wayne, Justin Bieber, Travis Scott and Post Malone on the same song. The album even had a feature from Nipsey Hussle at a time when he was already dead. On top of this, every song had a full team of writers, while in addition to DJ Khaled, almost every track also featured at least 3 producers. When considering his history, the names and the clear work that had gone into Father of Assad, DJ Khaled likely thought that he'd easily cooked up another 1 album when it finally dropped on the 17th of May 2019. That would be until Tyler, the creator, on the very same day released Igor. Igor had a much deeper story than any of Tyler's previous albums, characterized primarily by his ridiculous blonde wig, or not for some deep thematic reason, but rather because Tyler simply liked it.
Where did the idea for the wig come from? What is Igor? Like, why are we looking at you the way we are? And
what is it? Thought it was cool.
The track list itself was only made cooler by the fact that each song was written and produced solely by Tyler, which when tied in with a unique, recognizable album cover, gave it the strength to beat DJ Khaled. Igor number 1, Father of Assad number 2, a result that seemed to surprise even Tyler himself.
And this is no disrespect to Khaled or anyone. Everyone, Cardi B, 21 Savage, Travis Scott, Post Malone, Beyonce, Jay, everyone who sells billions of records, and the fact that I beat him with this was crazy, bro.
Tyler's win was covered in news article after news article and celebrated by those rooting for the underdog. Imagine having 20 features on your album just to be number 2 to a man with a synth addiction. Igor out now. Although if there was one person who wasn't too happy about the final result, it was definitely DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled reportedly freaked out on his label when his album failed to debut at number 1. Various sources have now told Page 6 that Khaled stormed into his label offices and
what's crazy though?
Upon learning
this
that
is a tangent of hell. My chair is not, I don't want to fuck it. My chair has not been tweaking. During that 24-hour, my shit was over here on some like that bitch had hydraulics wanna, move and shit. What the fuck? That shit has not done it since the 24-hour. That shit, I just feel like that 24-hour, there was things in there was like working against me, trying to piss me off. Because this shit has not declined since that day. That was 6 days ago when my chair was broke.
Father of Assad would debut at number 2. Per one source, Khaled stormed into Epic with an entourage. He was angry and yelling. Another source added this: he was furious. There was some nasty stuff said. Publicly, he's all about positivity, but there is a mean side to him that people don't see. He overhyped the record and blew it up as his biggest album ever, with this article prompting an instant response from the public in comments roasting DJ Khaled such as, "Just a thought here, maybe make music that doesn't suck. Who knew DJ Khaled had a vocabulary big enough to even express anger? Was about to say we the second best music, but somebody already did that one." Then again, if there's anything I've learned from DJ Khaled, it's to take credit from other people's work by screaming something loudly. As DJ Khaled's temper tantrum began to go viral, he'd backpedal in the face of criticism by stating that apparently he was only annoyed at Billboard. DJ Khaled's reported anger about the sales of his album have nothing to do with the success of Tyler, the Creator, which seemed to clear DJ Khaled of any wrongdoing until he'd post this video on his Instagram story just a few hours later.
I make albums so people can play it and you actually hear it. drive in your car, you hear another car playing it. You know, go to the barbershop, you hear them playing it. You know, turn the radio on and you hear them playing it. You know, it's playing everywhere. It's called great music. It's called albums that you actually hear the songs. Not no mysterious shit and you never hear it.
All it took was a single number 2 placement for Khaled's facade of positivity to completely and utterly crumble.
Roll this nigga up a hill and roll him back down there.
Without saying Tyler's name, DJ Khaled implied that Igor wasn't real music, as it was mysterious, you apparently couldn't hear the songs, and it wasn't being played by the cars around him or in any barbershops. His irate video was reposted to YouTube and Twitter, where it received over 65,000 likes whilst receiving comments such as, "For someone blessed and humble, he sounds bitter. Man, I was at my barbershop just this past Friday, and they weren't playing his album either. Went from we the best to we depressed," leading DJ Khaled to remove the video almost immediately. However, it was too late. Everybody had already seen it. The media began to weigh in on Khaled's bitterness by stating, "What the DJ slash producer slash not very inventive hype man seems to have missed though is the fact that the exposure of a record is literally what gets it on the charts. Tyler's album simply did better. The fact is, grabbing a bunch of the most hype names in hip hop, slapping them on a fairly generic trap beat, and introducing each song with the same soundboard another one, literally just doesn't stack up against Tyler the Creator's innovative songwriting, production, and visuals, while YouTubers such as Anthony Fantano completely mutilated Khaled by stating this.
This metric of, well, if they're playing it in the barbershop, the album's gotta be hot. That's kind of an old way of looking at things. Khaled's indignant whining and complaining here is disgusting. And all it really shows at the end of the day is how out of touch he is. You can't just assemble Cardi B and 21 Savage onto a generic ass trap beat and expect people to love you and praise you and think you're a genius and think you're amazing.
Things became even worse down in the comment section, where one user highlighted, "It's worth mentioning that when Tyler dropped Flower Boy, it debuted at number 2 behind Lana Del Rey's album by just over 1,000 units. Instead of being upset, he congratulated Lana and continued to flex his artistry even more with Igor, showing that Tyler acted humbly when placed in the same position. Therefore, everybody began to wonder, what was Tyler's response going to be back to DJ Khaled? Well, in the beginning, Tyler stated that he simply let that number 1 position speak, while using the brief window of opportunity to drive even more exposure back to his album. Wow, doing pretty good for some mysterious shit. Yeah, I am. Igor out now, with his Twitter exchange coming alongside a different response over on his Instagram. Rap media personality DJ Academics made a post reading, "Who had the better album to you, Tyler the Creator or DJ Khaled?" To which Tyler would continue his trolling by commenting, "Who TF listens to Tyler the Creator?" which was pretty much all he'd say until over 2 years later. In June 2021, Tyler's next album, Call Me If You Get Lost, once again debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200, prompting a new tweet by Tyler still roasting Khaled for what he'd said 2 years prior. Mysterious music, huh? 1 month later, Tyler would appear in a Hot 97 interview.
Bro, that Khaled thing was like, it was fun. It was just watching a man die inside because the weirdo was winning. I was moonwalking in a wig. Everyone on his album, everyone. And he wasn't wrong. Like, I'm not in the barber shop. I'm not at the club. I'm not diddy skitty. I'm not in the back of the Maybach. So for some guy like that to kind of indirectly be like, that ain't real rap, that ain't real black music, that's what it felt like.
However, this story actually has somewhat of a happy ending. DJ Khaled and Tyler the Creator squashed beef at Rock Nation's pre-Grammy brunch, explaining that though Khaled nor Tyler didn't mention anything of it, the two posed for a quick picture together, appearing to confirm that there aren't any issues between them. The article referred to this picture posted to DJ Khaled's Instagram, and considering on the Hot 97 interview, Tyler said this:
"It's no hard feelings towards him. What he's done,
and he was an underdog too, and built his way up too, from nothing, from pirate radio.
So I do have some sort of respect for him."
It's really no surprise that the two got together for a photo.
Lame man,